All right, so we don't have any more grammar. That's the good news. We can jump right into the writing part. So that's nice. In your binder, you should have the template. I don't know if you printed it or no, it's in your, it should be in your, actually in your book. Let me grab your book really quick. That's the one I was looking for. So it should be on page, do you have it, by the way? Trying to remember what page it's on. So we started it. We wrote the conclusion on it. And I'm trying to remember which one we used. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I have it. Let me look here. It's a different page in my other class, so I want to make sure. I know your checklist is on there, but that template that has your introduction and conclusion, maybe we use the same one. Do you know the paper I'm talking about where you actually wrote your conclusion
We
template?
did it on lined paper.
Oh, just on lined paper. That's why.
It's
Okay.
like something ain't right here.
Something ain't right here. Yes. Okay. Well, lined paper it is. I think I'm ready for some sleep too. So we'll get through this, Messiah. We will overcome.
Just one more week.
Just one more week. We can make it. Go ahead and you can use the back side of that lined paper or you can get a new one, whatever you want to do. This is actually going to be for Roman numeral 1, which technically is your introduction paragraph. And remember the way this goes, the first part is the attention getter. And so this is going to be either a VSS or a fact or a statistic. It is okay if you find a sentence in one of your websites that you want to put as a quote. I'm okay with that here. So on the margin, let's just, because this is going to be, I'll just put a note here, attention getter, and then we can put VSS, or it can be a quote. I don't want it to be a question though, because you're going to save a question for the background part.
Okay.
So it needs to be either a VSS or a quote, basically, or your Roman numeral 1. This is going to be the very, very, very first sentence that is on your paper. And then after that, your number 1 here, this is going to be your background. And this is where I want you to put a question in here. So actually, let's just write it in parentheses here. This is going to be your question. And did you use Oyez as one of your sources for your paper? Do you remember that website, Oyez? You did not? Okay. I want you to go to that website anyway. Let me show you what I mean. It's oyez.org. and and you can type in the name of your case and then I'll show you what I mean because that website has a question already figured out. Every court case, every Supreme Court case, especially, starts with a question like if it violates an amendment or it violates something constitutional. So let me pull this up with you. Hold on just a second. Let me look at it with you. Window. Oyez.org. Ah, if I can spell. And then in the search bar on Oyez, what is your case again? The name of your case? Oops, you just muted yourself.
Plessy and Ferguson.
Wait, say it again.
Plessy and Ferguson.
Plessy
V.
v. Ferguson. Did you find it on Oyez?
I can't find Oyez.
Go to your search at the top of your internet there and put oyez.org.
.org.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, and there's a tiny search bar on the top of that web page.
Where?
It's tiny. I don't know why it's so small, but at the top right side of the web page, there's a little magnifying glass. Do you see it?
Hold on. Court cases first. Mine is weird.
Oh. See if you can find a search bar. Oh, it might have taken you somewhere. So after ORG should be nothing on that search bar, the very first one.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like,
Hmm.
it has like these different sections.
Oh,
Where
it doesn't look like mine. Hmm.
I
Weird.
can't see yours.
Okay. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, here, I can just find it for you and I can tell you what the question says on there. Maybe that'll help. Because I typed it in and I found information on it. And if I scroll down and you can go back to the Zoom so you can see I'm sharing. Can you see what I'm sharing, by the way?
I just see the paper.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's my fault. This is what I'm looking at. So here's Oyez. And then I typed in Plessy v. Ferguson. There's the search bar. It's like way at the top. I don't know can you see my screen now?
Yeah, mine is different.
Okay, let me just show you mine because if I scroll down, here's where it says question. It's pretty cool because on the Oyez site, oh, here comes Derek. Oh boy.
He's like,
Might have to start over.
did he sleep in?
Oh my goodness. Not fair. I want to sleep in too.
What did he do?
He's joining. Might as well wait for him. Ay, ay, ay. I think he's joining. It says he's joining.
Maybe he has bad internet.
It could be. That could be the problem. Oh,
There he is.
trying. Hello?
Hello.
Oh my goodness, Derek.
You're
It's
late.
doing updates. It updated for 20 whole minutes. My computer.
That's happened to me before.
I left it off. I left it off for like 20 minutes and it updated. And it took 20 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
here you are. Can you turn your camera on? It's coming.
Why are you
Everything's
so-
going so slow for you. I don't know what the deal is. It's weird.
I just
I'm
see
in a
black.
different way.
It's okay. If your
Why?
camera, don't worry about it. If it doesn't,
Oh, it's because I have the blur background.
No.
oh, there you are. Hello. Good morning. Okay, today we're gonna do two things. I'm just gonna keep recording in case you guys need to watch this later, but we're gonna work on the introduction paragraph of your assignment about your Supreme Court case, and we're gonna make a Google slide presentation about your case. Two things. We don't have to do grammar because we finished the book, so we don't have anything to do with that. So I'm gonna catch you up to where we're at. So get out a piece of lined paper. If you have any lined paper with you or any paper with you, you have no paper with you.
Oh. Right
Find
on the
something to
book.
write on. Just find something to write on.
Get your book.
At least your
Find a
book.
blank page.
That'll work.
Oh yeah, for my grammar book.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
it
lots
is.
of blank pages in there. Just don't lose what page you're on, okay? All right. And then we're going to start writing an outline for your introduction. So go ahead and copy what I have here. This is Roman numeral 1 because this is the first paragraph of your paper. And the attention getter and all that is going to be right here. That's Roman numeral 1. You get to decide if you want it to be a VSS, which I know Derek loves VSS because it's less to write. So, hey, you can do a VSS. This is the very first sentence of your paragraph. And then the second sentence, which is right here, you're going to write a question. And this is your thesis. Remember in the very beginning, we talked about thesis statement. Actually, what we're going to do is write a thesis question. It's basically a question about the case. And we're going to find a question on oyez.org. oyez.org has questions already written out about your case. So now I'm going to share that. Did you write that down, Derek? You got this? Yeah? Okay. You're kind of in the shadows, but I think you gave me a thumbs up. So I think we're good. Go to a new tab if you can minimize your Zoom call and open up Google.
Shut off the light so it's not.
Ah, I got it.
Okay, good. What did you say, Derek? Are you able to open a new tab? Oh, the light. Yeah, that's better. Well, kind of. You're still so dark. It's hard to see you. But anyways, I can kind of see you. Go to a new tab on your computer. Open up Google. And then I want you to go to oyez.org.
I would say so.
Got it, Derek? Oh, you're lagging. I wonder if you should just turn off your camera after all. So you're not lagging. So just unmute and tell me if you got to oyez.org. So you found the question on yours, Nasiah?
Yeah. Does the separate car
We're still looking for
Alright.
it.
violate
Sorry.
the 14th Amendment?
Good. So that's your question. Every case, I was explaining earlier, Derek, every case has a question like this. Does this act violate the 14th Amendment? And it has to do with the case. So you're going to use that as your second sentence of your introduction paragraph. And underneath that, you're going to add some background. So I'm going to have you add a 2 and a 3 on your outline. And Derek, did you have a question?
No. Oh wait, yeah.
Did you find your
That confuses me because there's two different. Yes, I have a question on the case.
what is your question on the case?
It's a pretty long one.
Yeah, so you'll have to make it shorter if you can, but what does it say?
Do the provisions of the District of Columbia Code that restrict the licensing of handguns and require licensed firearms kept in the home to be kept non-functional violate the Second Amendment? That confuses me. This says the same word like 3 times.
Yeah.
They're asking if holding the permission for the guy to purchase a gun violating the Second Amendment, which it is.
Yeah, so you can reword it like that's a good idea, Nasiah. Go ahead and write down on your outline on regular number 1, write out a question. Okay, and you can make it shorter.
Simplify it.
Yeah, there you go. And then for
Wait, like as a KWO?
yes, that's what we're working on.
Oh.
Let me show you mine really quick. We're working on a
Okay.
KWO. This is for your introduction paragraph, okay? That's what you're writing down here. So Your Roman numeral 1 is going to be your attention getter, which is going to be either a VSS or a quote. Regular number 1 is going to be that question. You might need a couple lines to write it out. That's okay. And then the rest of this, 2 and 3, are going to be background information. Okay, and your background information can be something about the Constitution, something about what was going on in the world when this case was happening. Like for your case, I think, Derek, about the Second Amendment, I think the war was happening at the time, and the military, this applied mostly to the military, but not so much to civilians. Maybe you can say something about that. So you want 2 and 3 to be a background.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to put background here just to help you guys remember that. Leading up to your topics. So you've got your VSS or your quote, you have a question, you're going to give some background, and then you're going to talk about your topics. Under that, you're going to put topic A and topic B and topic C. Topic A was the amendment. Topic B was the plaintiff. And topic C is the defendant. That's the structure for the introduction paragraph. This is probably the hardest one to write because you're taking a bunch of random and different information and you're trying to make it flow. So I wanted to say, if the question fits better after the background, you can move that sentence after that, if that helps. So go ahead and just, like, when you're working on it later this week, type it out and read it. And if it seems like it's out of order, it's okay to mix up these sentences. They don't have to be in this exact order. Does that make sense, Nasaya?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Derek? Do you understand what you're going to put in your introduction paragraph?
Yes.
Okay, good. And on your checklist that you have, remember the introduction and the conclusion follow a little bit of a different format. The body paragraphs have the topic clincher. You guys know about that rule. But the introduction and conclusion, they don't have topic clinchers. You're only going to highlight those topics. It's like you're going to highlight amendment, and you're going to highlight plaintiff, and you're going to highlight defendant. That represents those 3 body paragraphs that you will be talking about. So just remember the format. Your introduction is telling what you're going to talk about. Then you have your body paragraphs and you're going to talk about it. And then you have your conclusion and you're going to talk about what you already talked about. It's a lot of talking in your paper. You're going to tell them what you're going to say, then you're going to say it, and then you're going to tell them what you just said. It seems redundant or repetitive. It is, but that is the format. That's how an essay like this or a research paper is structured.
Wait,
Go ahead, Derek.
nothing. Never mind.
I want to make sure you guys understand what you're doing here. So please ask if you have a question. Okay. So,
I don't understand, but I don't have a question.
okay, you don't understand?
But I don't have a question because
You don't have a question. You just don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are just
How much I
notes.
don't understand.
You don't understand. Okay, so let's see. How can we do this?
It's a preview of what's coming.
It's a preview of what's coming. So, okay, your Supreme Court case. Tell me the name of your case again, Derek.
District of Columbia v. Heller.
What was the second name?
V. Heller.
Heller. Okay, that's right. So what would be a good, how about I help you fill this out? What would be a good VSS for you to start? And this one was about the Second Amendment, but could you say something like, let's see. I know you like VSS openers. Those are kind of hard to do. How about a quote? Okay, let me back up, Derek. I'm sorry that you're confused. I'm trying to help you here.
Okay.
I'm making an outline for you to use for your introduction paragraph. Okay? So your very first sentence goes here next to
So
Roman.
are we actually doing that online or just
You're going to do the outline later, but how about I give you a minute to fill out some of it, if that helps? Go ahead and start filling it out. Let's do that. Let's take time to fill it out. I want to save time for the Google slides, so I don't want to take too much time on this, but go ahead and start filling out Roman numeral 1. And you have a choice here. Normally we use only keywords, right? Normally we use only 3 keywords. But if it helps you, Derek, to just write out the sentence or the VSS or the quote, you can write it out. Does that make sense?
yes?
Okay. So if you don't have enough room right here, you can start it down here and just do like Roman numeral 1. Can you think of a VSS to start your paper with?
Maybe I'm not sure. Probably. I kind
Okay.
of forgot how to do the introduction because I haven't done it so long.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. How about we pick a quote then? Because that might be a little easier than a VSS. So, how about you go to open up your window, open up a new tab, and go to one of your sources, like Oh Yes, I think is one of your sources. So you're already on there. You can look at that one. Let me type it in. District of Columbia E. Heller. I'm going to help you on yours, okay? So let me share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, facts about the case. I'm just going to kind of find a good sentence here that maybe you could use as your opening sentence. Oh, the very first sentence right here. It's a long one. But do you see that? Provisions of District of Columbia Code made it illegal to carry an unregistered firearm and prohibit the registration of handguns, though the chief of police could issue 1-year licenses for handguns. Do you see that sentence, Derek?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to highlight it and copy it and put it on your Google Docs as your first sentence of your introduction paragraph. Does that make sense? So open up another window or another tab.
Yes.
Okay, and then go to your Google Docs. You can go to the doc that you're working on. Copy that sentence. So let me do that with you, okay? I'm going to just do this with you. I'm going to open a new doc, and you can do that too. And then later you can copy your paragraph and put it with the rest of your paragraphs. But I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it. Oops. Okay, I got to do this right here, like that. Are you with me, Derek? Does that make sense? Let me know if you're confused. I want to make sure you
Yes.
understand.
I'm trying to do.
Okay, I'll give you a second to do it. And Nasaya, you can start working on yours too.
Okay.
You want to find a quote, or if you already have a VSS, you can start opening up a new doc or go to your other one and start adding it.
It's logging.
Oh, well, I'm recording it, so if you need to watch this later, you can.
Okay.
I've got when you can, you might not be able to do it during class, but when you can, you're going to copy and paste that just like I did and see how I put quotations around it. And those quotations tell me that it's a direct quote. And then I put the word oh yes in parentheses right after that, and then the period. That's how you copy and paste a direct quote from a website. You want to make sure to have the name of the website in there. Like that. That can be your first sentence. And then your second sentence is going to be the question. So, Derek, were you able to copy and paste it, or is it lagging still?
It's laggy.
Okay,
Uh,
it's okay. Then don't worry about it. Let's just talk about it. Um, your question is that long one right here. Do the provisions of the District of Columbia Code that restrict the licensing of handguns, blah, 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 kept in the home, be kept non-functional, violate the Second Amendment?
I had to use 3 pictures, 3 words, and 3 abbreviations. So
Oh, for your
summarize all that.
outline?
Yeah,
Okay. That's okay.
I
You're
remember.
doing it on Google.
I just wrote the question.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
just
I
write
just
it
wrote
out.
it
That's okay
too.
too.
No, yeah, I wrote it. What was I gonna say? I
So
forgot.
what you could say is like this. Does this violate, oops, the
Yeah,
Second Amendment? Because it's basically saying the same thing. So I have the quote, provisions of the District of Columbia Code made it illegal to carry an unregistered firearm and prohibit the registration of handguns, though the chief of police could issue 1-year licenses for handguns. Does this violate the Second Amendment? See, that works. It fits right after that. So that could be your question. Okay, Derek? And then you need to have your background. Your background can be something about the Constitution. Like this. You could say something like, the Second Amendment is part of the first 10 amendments, which is called the Bill, not Boo, of Rights. And there you go. You have a which clause. You can underline that. And then another background, like the Bill of Rights was written in, do you guys remember what year the Bill of Rights was written in?
no.
Me either. Let me look it up. (1789) and ratified in 1791. 1789 and ratified in 1791. So see what I'm doing? I'm just giving you an example. I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can take your time on this. You can do this paragraph later for your homework assignment, but you're basically going to come up with your quote to start off the paragraph and then the question and then lead into some history, some dates, some history. And then you're going to go into your topics. So topic A, like I said earlier, is going to be your amendment. So for this one, Derek, you can say something like the Second Amendment guarantees, oops, the right to bear arms. Can you see my screen, Derek?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I'm going to highlight Second Amendment because that's the topic in my first body paragraph. Remember, your topic is about the Second Amendment. And then I'm going to go to topic B, which is about the plaintiff. And I'm going to say something like, in the Supreme Court case called District of Columbia v. Heller. Who was the plaintiff again? I mean, yeah, the plaintiff was Heller. Is that right,
Yeah.
Derek? Okay. The plaintiff named Heller sued the district. I'm making this up as I go, just so you can get an idea of how I'm using my outline to help write your introduction paragraph. And then I'm going to highlight that word plaintiff because that is the subject of your, or the topic, I should say, of your second body paragraph. And then the defendant, District of Columbia. Um, and then you're gonna have to say something about that, which I don't know your case well enough to really put something down, but what did the District of Columbia, oh, they said that it did not violate the Second Amendment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the defendant, District of Columbia, um, I'm gonna say the attorney representing the District of Columbia.
Well, one of the justice or whatever it's called, defended the District of Columbia.
A
They said,
justice did?
yeah, Stevens, I think.
Okay. Justice of the court, maybe, stated that
Yeah, Stevens was one of them,
okay,
and voted for District of Columbia. Or yeah, it was probably Stevens.
I don't know if that's correct, but you can see where I'm going with this. The defendant, who was the justice of the court representing the District of Columbia, stated that Heller did not violate the Second Amendment. Is that right, Derek?
Yeah.
Okay. So then here you would just highlight defendant like that. So here's an example. Of course, I don't have any of my dress ups except for which. I have a who in there too, but I don't need that one. And I've got other stuff in there, but this is kind of the core of the paragraph. So you're starting with a quote and then a question and then a little bit of history and then your three topics. That's the order on how you're going to write your first introduction paragraph. Okay, Derek?
Okay.
Okay, so now it says provisions of the District of Columbia Code made it illegal to carry an unregistered firearm and prohibit the registration of handguns though the chief of police could issue 1-year licenses for handguns. Does this violate the Second Amendment? The Second Amendment is part of the first 10 amendments. Oh, I should put of the Constitution of the United States, which is called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights was written in 1789 and ratified in 1791. The Second Amendment guarantees the right to bear arms. In the Supreme Court case called District of Columbia v. Heller, the plaintiff named Heller sued the district. The defendant, who was the justice of the court representing the District of Columbia, stated that Heller did not violate the Second Amendment. And then that's your introduction paragraph after you add all your extra stuff with your dress ups and openers. So, do you guys have any questions now about the introduction paragraph? No? Okay,
I
good.
was going to say, that I found the where Justice John Paul Stevens
Okay.
defends. Can I read it real quick?
You can name him here if you want. Or you might wait to mention his name until that paragraph. That would work too. Because remember, introduction is just
Yes.
basically simple. Go ahead.
Can I? Never mind. It's fine.
Okay. You might wait to mention his name, like I said, because you don't want to give too much information in the introduction because you're basically giving like an overview of what the paper is going to be about. That's the main function of the introduction. You're going to say background and then a little bit about each topic, and then you go into big details about the topics. All right. Are you guys good to stop here on your introduction, or do you need some more time to work on it? You're good. Okay, I see a thumbs up, Nasaya. So you guys can spend more time working on this as your homework assignment. Derek, how about you? You understand what you're going to put on your introduction now?
My computer's glitching. It's alright. Being weird. I can't I can't type. It's being weird.
Which one is it?
No, my computer's glitching. I it's like I can't even type.
Your computer's not letting you type?
Yeah, it's not letting me type.
Yeah, you must be lagging. Well, the good thing is that I'm recording this, so you can go back and look at this later. I don't want you to copy exactly what I have here, but you can look
Maybe
at it.
maybe it thinks I'm like holding the control or something, and it thinks I'm pressing like if I type N, it thinks I'm pressing Control N. Maybe it thinks I'm pressing Control or something.
Is it a different computer for you?
No, it's the same one.
Oh,
It's just a different place.
okay. So it's okay, Derek. If you can't do it right now, that's okay. You might have to do it later, okay? But I want
Okay.
to save time right now to show you Google Slides. So if you can, Derek, open up a new tab on your internet, and I'm going to open a new one on mine and share this with you. And I'll walk you through how to make Google Slides. And I know I already talked to Nasaya a little bit about it. Have you ever done Google Slides or PowerPoint before, Derek?
Yes.
Oh, good. So you know, yay, both of you know. So basically, it's just a way to share pictures and information as
Oh
you're,
wait, yeah, I can't.
is it
I
working?
can't go to Google Slides. No. I was
Uh,
trying to press the bookmark for Google Slides because I have one, but it's not working.
okay.
I
So
can't type Google Slides.
do you have another device in the house that you could use or no? Like a
Mm.
like an iPad or anything? Okay. So you'll probably just have to watch or you can keep trying, okay? I'm going to open up right here. You know how to get to Google Slides, Josiah. Go to your little waffle symbol and then scroll down to the
I
yellow
might be able to.
slides. Go ahead and try if you can. Okay, and then you're going to click blank presentation. Just open up a blank presentation here. Okay,
Oh no.
it's not working.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do you want me to start making my slides?
Yeah, I want you to go to theme. Go ahead.
Okay.
And Nasaya, you can go ahead and start working on it. And then Derek, maybe because I'm staying on with you today, Derek, after class.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, maybe we can do it after class. Hopefully it'll work better. Go ahead and choose one of the templates here. You probably know how to make your own style, which you can do. That's okay.
I can't click on links. That's the thing. Can't click on links.
Can't click on links. I don't know why you need to click on links.
T
It's not a link.
when you search something up, you have to press a link to go to it. When you search up Google Slides, it shows a link to go to Google Slides, but I can't press that. And I can't type either.
You want to try to restart your computer and come back on?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and log off. I have this recorded so you can watch it later. Go ahead and log off and restart your computer and then come back on. I think that's
Okay.
part of it because you had to reload your Zoom and it's probably making everything crazy. So yeah, restart and come back on.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm choosing this slide and you can choose whichever style you want. But for your title, go ahead and put the name of your case
Okay.
title there. I'll just do one for him. Let's see, district. Yeah. And then where it says click to add subtitle, you're just going to put by with a capital B and then put your name. And I'm going to put Bob Smith. So you can just have your title as your name of your case and then by Nasai. And that's going to be your title page. Later, if you want to decorate it with stuff, you can, or change the background or however you, since you know how to use this program, I'm going to give you the freedom to personalize it for you.
Yay.
Yes. And then go ahead and add a slide. You probably know how to do that already, but you're going to go to slide and then plus new slide. That's how I do it. And then for here, this slide is going to go with your first body paragraph. And your first body paragraph is about the amendment. So you're going to click to add title and then put the number of your amendment. So I forget which one goes with your case.
14.
14th. So go ahead and put 14th Amendment. Here comes Derek again. Hopefully that worked. Okay. And then for your text here, go ahead and click to add text. Here, I'll just put in this second.
Back. It works.
Does it work? Yay. Because I remember when you said you had to
Update.
yeah, sometimes starting over is best. Okay, so go to slides. Let me catch Derek up really quick, okay?
I'm in slides.
Okay, go to theme in your toolbar. And then on the side,
Okay.
when you have your list of themes, pick one that you like from that list, okay? Just pick one you want to use.
Still lagging a bit,
Okay,
but it's better.
at least it's working. And then in your title, in your first slide, like what I did while you were gone, click on add a title and then put in District of Columbia v. Heller like this.
Okay.
And then where it says click to add subtitle, go ahead and put by and then put Derek Luxton. Got it?
Yep.
Then you're going to add a slide. So go up to your toolbar where it says slide.
Ready?
And then it says plus new slide. Click that.
Added.
Okay. And then in the first box where you have a title for that slide, you're going to put Second Amendment because this slide, this is where you're caught up now. This slide is going to match your first body paragraph. So it's going to have the title of your amendment because that's what your paragraph is about. And then to add text, we're going to use bullet points. So one thing I want you both to know about a slideshow is you really want to have as few words as possible on the slide. If you put a whole paragraph and you're talking about the paragraph and the person listening is trying to listen to you and read at the same time, it's super annoying and it's really hard to do. So you want to make this really short and sweet. So we're going to use bullet points. And the way to find your bullet points is to click inside that box and then go to the three dots on your toolbar where it says more. And that opens up a few more tools for you. And if you go over to where you see the dots and the lines, that's called a bulleted list. When you click on that, it gives you a dot on your slide. So do you see that, Nasaya?
Already got it.
Cool. Awesome. So now the first dot, you should give just a few words about that amendment. It does not need to be a whole sentence. You're going to give just words. So like for yours, Derek, would be right to bear arms. Basically, that's it. So for yours, Nasaya, if you can abbreviate, let's see, 14th Amendment, the one about equal protection under the law. So you could just do that, like equal protection under the law. Or not even use the equal protection under law. So it's just a group of words. It's not a complete sentence. Does that make sense? Okay. Sounds like you got that, Nasaya. What did you type right there next to your bullet?
Equal protection under the law for all.
Okay, good. That'll work. You can take off the, so it says equal protection under law for all. So you're just abbreviating the whole sentence. So it's just, you don't need a period because it's not going to be a whole sentence. And then after that, hit return or enter on your keyboard and it'll give you the second dot. And here's where you guys are going to decide. You're going to need four bullet points. Okay. So you're on your second one, looking back on your paragraph, and you can open a new tab to get to your paragraphs, your body paragraphs. What are three more facts that you think is most important about that paragraph that you want the person listening to remember? So you're focusing only on your amendment on this slide. So you can look back on your paragraph or you can look back on your outline and just write a few words for each bullet point that highlight those three facts that you want people to remember when they listen to you share about that. Okay, if you need any help, let me know, but go ahead and look at your paragraph and come up with three more points. Like maybe even the date when it was ratified, you could put ratified and then the date. Or if it was happening during the Civil War, you can put like Civil War times or something like that, whenever your amendment was created or ratified. And you could put like one of your bullet points could be who wrote it. And maybe the last bullet point could be like why it was written. So Derek, do you know what you're going to put?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Let me know if you need help.
Wait, when was the Bill of Rights created again? Was it 1789? Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah, I think it was 1789. Yeah.
And yeah, that was it.
Yep. Okay, I just looked at the time and oh my gosh, we only have 5 minutes. So it's okay if you don't have all your 4 bullet points. This is going to be part of your homework. So pause what you're doing for a second. And what I want you to do is go ahead and add another slide. So let's get the base of your slide set up for you so you know what you're going to do. So add a new slide. This is going to be slide 3. This one, excuse me, you're going to put the name of your case first. So like for Derek's, it's District of Columbia v. Heller. And then you're going to do a colon plaintiff Heller. And for yours, your plaintiff is going to be whoever your plaintiff is in your case, Nasiah. So put the name of the case, colon, plaintiff. And then again, adding your bullets here. So your goal is 4 bullets only. So just stick a bullet in there and then you can fill this in later. But remember, the fewer the words, the better. So try to keep your words only to like 4 or 5 words. They're not sentences, so just keep it super, super short on each bullet. And you're going to look at that paragraph you wrote about the plaintiff and make your bullets from that. And then we need to add another slide. Are you guys good? I know I'm going kind of fast, but
Yeah.
okay, good. Next slide is just going to say defendant, because we already introduced the case. And yours is District of Columbia. And then whatever your defendant is on that slide goes with your third body paragraph. You see the pattern here? Go ahead and stick a bullet in there so you have it ready because you're going to do 4 bullets. Okay. Add another slide. Slow me down if I'm going too fast. Okay, you guys, add another slide. This slide is going to say impact on the United States of America. And that is part of your 4th or your third body paragraph because you kind of did a little bit of, or wait, maybe that's your conclusion. That's part of your conclusion, I think. Yeah. So this goes with your conclusion paragraph, basically. Add a bullet, just so you can remember you're doing bullets here. You guys with me?
Add the bullets.
Got it? Okay. So and I want to show you one more thing. Go back up to slide 2 real quick.
Still gotta add the bullets.
It's okay. You can add the bullets later. You're going to stay on with me, Derek, so I can help you with that. Okay. Don't worry. Go back to slide 2, and what you're going to use on each slide, you're allowed to use 2 images and 1 sticker. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So go to insert on your tools at the top here. Go to insert, go to image, and go to stock and web and click on stock and web. Give me a thumbs up if you got it, Nasiah.
Got it.
Good. Okay. And in your search, you can type in, like for Derek, it's going to be the 4th or the Second Amendment. For yours, it's the 14th Amendment. So there might not be a lot to choose from, but go to stock images. And you should have some choices there for the Second Amendment or the 14th Amendment. Do you see any images for yours, Nasiah? No. Okay, so what you can do is go back, click on down here where it says Google Images, try searching there. Go to Google Images and put in 14th
Oh,
Amendment.
I found this sticker.
Okay.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean by sticker. I found a sticker.
Okay, you can find a sticker. Now it has to go with what your slide is talking about, okay? And make sure it's not something really crazy. Like you can't use GIFs. No GIFs. Those are me.
I want to do the gift.
I knew you wanted to. That's why I'm saying
Well,
that.
the stickers are get this.
Some of them are moving stickers, and that's fine. What sticker did you?
Oh, some of
Okay, oh, hold on. Let me ask Nasaya, did you find this set of images here under Google Images?
I found a sticker is just a bunch of colored stick figures holding hands.
Okay, that'll work. But if you go to Google Images, there's some great ones here for you to choose from. Um, actually some like, look at this one. It's like an old thing from a newspaper. Or, and to erase it, you just backspace. You probably know that. There's a good one. That's kind of cool. So what you would do to shrink it, you probably know how to do that, right? Nasaya, how to shrink the picture. You would shrink it. And what I want you guys to do is put your images to the right side. Oops, whoa, I did not want to grab that. Put your images to the right side of your slide so that your bullet points are on the left side of the slide and your images on the right side of the slide. That way it's a little bit neater. Okay, so each slide, let me reiterate that, each slide can have 2 images and 1 sticker. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you. What was that, Derek?
Got him.
Okay. Go to slide 5 again really quick, Nasaya. Just skip down, click on slide 5. And I want you to do this too, Derek. Add a slide 6. Your slide 6 is going to say thank you with an exclamation point. And this slide is the one I'm going to let you have some fun with, okay? Within reason, Derek. Okay, you can put 3 things on this slide that are about you. So it can be totally separate than the actual presentation part. So like if you like puppies or you like
Pizza.
pizza, that's right, and cows and things like that. But only 3.
America.
Okay, America. Don't do more than
The
3.
cows and eagles. That's what I'm gonna
Cows
do.
and eagles. So you can actually find some images and a sticker and make this slide personal about you. Okay. That's the last
Yes.
slide. So your homework is 6
Yes.
slides. You're going to do 6 slides. The first one's pretty much done. And then the others, you're just going to do 4 bullet points for each slide, and they're going to be short. 4 things you want people to remember from that paragraph that you wrote, like the most important things for them to remember. Put 4 bullet points there. And then you can have 2 images and a sticker on each slide. And the last one, the thank you slide, can be yours. Okay. And then to save it, make sure you click up here where it says untitled presentation. Click it. It'll title it for you, the name of your case. And then it'll save in your Google Drive so you can find it later. And then that's how you attach it to your homework. All right. I'm going to stay on with Derek, but Nasaya, are you good? You know what you're going to do? You're going to do 2 things.
Found a dancing cow.
I'm sure you did. So you're going to do 2 things. You're going to write your introduction and you're going to do 6 slides. And then get it done, you guys. Both of you get it done before, like I want you to turn it into me by Tuesday night so I can check it. Actually, try to get it done by Monday. So in case you need to fix anything, you have Tuesday to fix it. And then you're going to give your presentation next week. That's what we'll do in class.
Yay.
I recorded this if you need to go back and rewatch it for fun because you know it's so fun. Anyways, okay, Nasaya, have a great week and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.